R.I.P. to Highguard. You may have already forgotten about it, but I didn't. When this game was first announced, I didn't put too much stock into it. Just another hero shooter with some twist. And that oversimplification isn't necessarily wrong, but that doesn't mean it's not a fun game. When the game first released, I gave it a try and thought it was cool, but it didn't engross me with anything super special. And unfortunately, that seemed to be the case with everyone. I was never the target for a game like Highguard, as I always prefer my single player experiences. But even further target, when you're making a live service game, you have to make people choose your game over games like Fortnite, Overwatch, and Call of Duty. That's obviously very hard to do, as these are forever games for many people. But I wouldn't be making this video if that's all I had to say, because when I heard Highguard was shutting down, I gave it another try. And well, I reached the max rank of level 100 and got the platinum trophy. I had joked with my friends that I'd go for the plat on this game, and with only days left of active servers, it seemed unlikely. But once I realized that it was actually pretty obtainable, I decided to really dial in and experience everything the game had to offer, and I really enjoyed it. Highguard is described as a PvP raid shooter. There's 3v3 and 5v5, and your objective is to destroy your opponent's base. The game plays out in general phases that give you a sense of what you should be doing throughout the game. The first little phase gives you a second to reinforce your base's walls so that attackers will have to use different abilities and weapons to break in. The next phase lets you explore the large map to loot for better gear and prepare for the shield breaker sword to spawn. If you acquire the sword, you can use it to pierce your opponent's base's shield and begin a raid, where you'll have the opportunity to damage their base or completely destroy it and win the game. Nothing drags out in this game. All these phases I described happen very quick, so you're always doing something. Of course, the best part of Highguard is the actual PvP. The gunplay in this game is really fun. I think it has a great time to kill. You always have time to react and maneuver around during gunfights, but if you're hitting your shots, enemies will still go down quickly enough. But weirdly, you usually won't actually have enough bullets in a single clip to take down your enemy, which would usually feel bad, but it causes gunfights to become super tense, as both you and your enemy are forced to weave in and out of cover as you switch to your secondary and or attack with your melee weapon to secure the kill. As you've seen throughout this video, I had a ton of fun in these engagements, and it felt super good to clutch out a kill or multiple. The game was also designed in a way to promote interesting firefights throughout the entire match. Fighting over the sword when it spawns, battling as you try to deliver the sword to the enemy base, the intense raids where you'll be infiltrating to destroy a generator or frantically defending to defuse enemies' bombs planted on your base. There's always an objective to fight over, and it always makes for some really good encounters. The game also has heroes, which have simple abilities that can give you an edge in various situations. Highguard's final patch also brought a skill tree, where you can strategically spend a limited number of skill points to get some various perks and bonuses to help you in all aspects of the game. I could honestly go on and on. There's a bunch of cool different weapons that all actually feel different, and there's a simple streamlined weapon and gear upgrading system. It's an easy game to get into and has a unique FPS gameplay loop that was really fun to play. As I mentioned initially, what drove me to grind this game was to get the platinum trophy that was soon to be no longer obtainable. But as I played the game and naturally popped trophy after trophy, my extrinsic motivation to get the plat was comfortably surrounded by my intrinsic joy of playing the game. So what was initially a random PvP live service game to me has now become one immortalized by a platinum, and is an experience I will fondly remember for years to come. It's too bad I likely won't be able to play this game again, as I can only imagine how it would have further improved with time. But I'm happy I played it when I could. R.I.P. to Highguard.